friends, Running Kimono here. So today's video, I know you guys like these little story times and negative story times even more so. But I just want to talk about two situations this week that I could have got really into these people's faces and gotten fully upset, but I kind of, held back a little bit because I think sometimes, being cool is the best way to be when you can only control yourself in a way that is a bit dignified, and you're not giving these people what they want. So two story times. The first one is at my beloved Walgreens. It's not my store that I shop at all the time, but I was at this one store, and I found a really great clearance find, which was $6.99 for these Hall's cough drops. It's an 80 count bag for 60 cents. So that's 90% off. And they had a huge amount of them, like probably 40 bags. I was curious if I would buy two with that register reward print because it's like an allergy thing and I wanted to test it out. And so there were two different flavors. And so I grabbed one of each bag to see what they would ring up for. And there was a cashier who's a newer hire at this one store. And he's exceptionally friendly, but in a way that I wonder if he's messing with me. And I'll give you an example of that in a second. But sometimes people are very nice, but then they say stuff and then you're like, what? Are you messing with me? Anywho, often at this one store, I want the cashiers to give me price checks. And even though I got it from the clearance section and I had the clearance sticker, I still wanted a price check because I thought that was a really smart thing to do, because I don't want to just buy 20 of these bags and then for it to be like, oh, well, it's, $97. I don't want that surprise. So I brought a bag of each. There was red ones and these honey ones, and the cashier's like, yeah, they're $6.99 a pop. And I'm like, whoa, I found them in the clearance section and they're 60 cents. And then he's like, okay, do you have a photo of the clearance tag? I'm like, yeah, actually I do. It's on my phone. And I showed it to him, and through what was on the barcode there, he looked at the back of these bags. He's like, oh, that's two different products, so we can't give it to you for the sales price. And I'm like, but they're in your sales section and somebody tagged all of them. This isn't my fault. Can't you sell me one? And he's like, absolutely not. He's like, it's what it scans for here at the till is what you're going to pay. And I thought that was kind of an interesting sort of comment. Because in Michigan, I think if it's tagged at a certain price, they have to sell me at least one. It's some sort of goofy rule or law that if it's tagged, and clearly it's tagged, like what, did I go and make this in my basement and print these out and bring them to the store? No. They were tagged by an employee at the store. And this guy was just being a handful with me, giving me every excuse, right away. And I'm like, I know you're a new hire, dude, so cool it with the excuses. And I asked for the manager, and he's like, well, she's very busy right now. And I'm like, well, can you call her up here? Because I want to buy at least one of these bags, and it's tagged incorrectly at your store. And he's like, no, she's busy being a vegetarian right now. And I'm like, and I looked at him, I'm like, busy being a vegetarian, could you elaborate on that just a little bit? And he's like, oh, she's on her lunch break. Stuff like that all the time that you're just like, this isn't really funny. I want my 60-cent cough drops. You guys have it mismarked. I'll watch the till right now if you want to go check the clearance section. But, just giving me a hard time about everything in his vegetarian side-splitting comment. I didn't understand that humor. But, he's just doing his thing. And then so I said, you know what? It's fine. I'll go put it back. I'm not going to buy it. I bought a couple other things and I left. It would have been really easy for me to say, I need the manager. I did ask for the manager, but the manager was busy on a lunch break. But I could have really pushed this. I could have, called customer service, complained some more. But the best thing to do with somebody like that is just to walk away. I like my delicious moment of being right, but it wasn't worth it in this situation. This cashier had every excuse for everything. What he doesn't realize is that the person in front of him has been couponing at this store for 12 years, and he's only been there for a couple of months as a cashier. So I kind of know how things work, yet I can't be a know-it-all because then this man would always give me a difficult time. There's the vegetarian couponer. Who knows? It was just really, really peculiar. So that was my first little story. Being cool. And this next one really tested my patience as well. $13.99. We had an $8 digital coupon if you loaded it. $3 register reward that should print. The store I was visiting, the register reward machine was out of paper. So I actually had a photo of the tag because I'm an influencer and I photograph all the tags. And so it says it here. And if you look at the bottom right hand corner, it says good through September the 24th. So if you buy one of these, a $3 should print. Period. End of story. Catalina, through their email, because I sent the photo of the receipt and this specific tag because I had it, gave me every freaking excuse, wanted all this extra information that I had already provided for them, and they were just being ridiculous. And this is the frosting on the cake, this word of mouth. I mean, I sent you guys the picture of the tag. Send me my $3. It's that easy. But nope, they're just going to give me a difficult time. Thankfully, I was able to do that email text with the Walgreens customer service, and they just very generously gave me that $3. That was so nice of them. Alternatively, try Walgreens customer service, or possibly a really nice store manager might help you out, but very not impressed with Catalina. I didn't write them a huge manifesto saying how disappointed I am, but my goodness gracious, they really gave me the gears for no reason. I sent them a photo of the tag. Ugh. Always stay cool, guys, no matter what. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.